I am at Medfield State Hospital, um, which was closed down. I don't know what year. I think the early 2000s. A couple movies were filmed here. Shutter Island was filmed here. Um, Now it's mostly a dog park, but I guess they're renovating the buildings into apartments, which is kind of why I came here to read. I took the dust jacket off, but to read Said the Dead by Doreen Negrafi. And I was reading it the other day, and it occurred to me that this was here. And what a better place to read this book, right? So I'm here. I encountered a guy who tried to save my soul, told me to repent, tell Jesus I was sorry for all the people I hurt, which was a little rude and presumptuous of him to assume that I hurt a bunch of people. I don't know. Um, but I don't know. It's actually really peaceful here. I used to come here all the time with my dogs, and I loved it. It was always just really nice and peaceful. Um, so like the tone is a little off with the book because I'm okay. I'm gonna be real. I don't go in the buildings. I don't go near the buildings. In fact, because that's not peaceful to me. I don't know why. I'm not gonna be weird about it, but there's definitely energy when you walk up to the buildings, and it's not comfortable. And that's probably more in my head than it is reality, but maybe it's a touch of both. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's just a really pretty setting, and it really does make me like think about what this book is about a lot more because I mean, I definitely think in the 1800s I would have been put into an asylum because I have opinions, lots of them. But not just that. I think there's more to it than that. And I think sometimes we assume that people who have been placed into institutions, especially women who've been placed into institutions, were put here because of some nefarious plan to keep women in place. And I think oftentimes that's true, but oftentimes it's not. Oftentimes it's people have real problems, people have real situations, and you don't always know what to do with them. And it was different back then, you know? It was different even 30 years ago. It was different in the early 2000s, even, where we didn't talk about mental health. We didn't talk about these things as if they mattered. We just were like, well, if you can't just keep going through everything as if it doesn't matter, then you're weak or you're damaged somehow. And that's not true. Um, but also, I heard someone say the other day, like, self pity doesn't move me. And I really identified with that because it's kind of true. Self pity doesn't move me. Um, and I don't think the people here ever suffered from self pity. I think the people here suffered from some probably really horrible things. And even if they were completely sane, being placed here meant that they were dealing with something terrible out in the outside world, someone terrible in the outside world, maybe multiple someone terribles in the outside world. And yeah, it's a place of pain, unfortunately. I do research on the Salem witch trials in early colonial New England. As far as research goes, I'm really trying to get through some methodology books because I don't know what I'm doing.